Hello everybody, it's Aaron. Welcome back to the Crack Pack. As you can see, I've got an altar out here and I've still got my binding ritual thing happening. I think I'm going to make the rest of the bound tools before I take this thing down. I'm not sure what happens to the ritual stones when you break them. I don't know if they maintain their elemental not signal, whatever, or if they just turn back to regular ritual stones. So I figure I'll go ahead and bind all the other weapons just so we can have them. What I've done over here, first of all, I made a bunch of runes of augmented capacity, and they increase the LP that your blood altar will hold. I probably put it up in the last video that I didn't make my pillars high enough. That's why it didn't work inside. So I'm going to probably leave it out here for a while. But we can store a fair amount of LP. I don't have my sigil on me. I think it stores around 31,000. And without the runes of augmented capacity, it will still only hold 10,000. That's all the altars will hold. For whatever reason, in my opinion, when you upgrade the altar, it should also upgrade the capacity, but that's not how it works, I guess. I mean, we have a ton of nether stars. I just threw them all in ME. You need a beacon for the corner for tier 5. So I'm going to have to maybe rebuild this a little. I think so. Because it has to go down a level and out one, just like all the rest of them. But what I've been doing is I have my sacrificial knife or whatever. I moved the auto spawner up here and I decided to just use fans to push all the guys to the altar. And then I just kill them as necessary. I want to do the Well of Suffering pretty soon and put some witches in it because they actually will heal themselves. There's also a ritual of healing that you can do so that the mobs will take damage and regain health and take damage and regain health and fill your altar. If you're using your bound tools, you can actually just leave your blood orb in it, and that way you always have LP in your network. One word of warning, I'll tell you this. Where's my ME? If you have your bound sword in your inventory, I'll just give you a for instance. If it's deactivated, it makes the circle. When you activate it, it takes LP every so often. And see, there it went. It's not much, but it's enough. Eventually it'll drain you and you'll start taking damage. I thought someone was messing with me with a poppet because I was just taking random damage. I couldn't figure out why. So, as you can see, I've also finished the floor in here. I had to make another drive. I filled up all these, and frankly, I'm surprised it took as long as it did. The big reactor is self-sustaining right now. I've still got 3 of each of the focuses. And it looks like I'm getting a little more energy than it needs. And that's okay with me. We're actually generating excess yellowite. So with this, I was thinking what we could do is make a smaller reactor, like a 5x5 or something, just to run the ME network and maybe the basic thermal expansion machines. And I think what I'm going to have to do for mechanism is probably leave a setup like this for these 5 machines. I want to make a factory, and I need to see how to do that. Let's try this. Basic factory. It's not a tough recipe at all. You can make one for the smelter, make one for the enrichment chamber, the crusher, the osmium compressor, I'm assuming. Combining, I don't know. I don't have a combiner, so that's not a big deal. I don't use the chemical injection chamber yet, but I am ready to start the salination plant pretty soon, so I'm going to have to do some reading. I think what we need to do before that is actually automate these things with AE or something. But what I want to do first is I want to make a factory. And which one is this one? The purification factory. I don't think there is one for that. There is not. No, there is. Let's make one for the purification chamber first. And then we'll see how it goes. I'm going to remove all the upgrades, because I'm not sure how it handles it. And basically I want to see what the power requirements are for this, because if they're the same, then I'll upgrade all of these to factories and process, you know, all the ores at the same time. So I think it was this one. We're going to need to make some of this other circuit. I'll go ahead and make about 16 of them. And it looks like I do have all the other stuff. So let's go put this down. And I know there are factories that do, like, you know, 5 times or 5 items at a time or whatever. This one does 3. Power 20. So let's put in all of our energy upgrades first. This is something new. I'm not really sure what this is. Maybe this will actually use all the oxygen. This tank was about a quarter full earlier, so I had to tell this one not to dump the oxygen anymore. Alright, so now we're on 2RF. Hopefully this uses the same amount of power as the other machine does. If so, then that'll be really good. It looks like it does. So I was having a problem. You know how it says energy needed is so high? It's because of the buffer. It took me a little while to figure that out. So let's see what other ores we have. If we're going to do that, we have to upgrade all the other machines too. So I'll tell you what. Let's do it for the crusher, the enrichment chamber, and the smelter as well, because there's no point in doing 3 at a time in the first thing in line and not in the other ones. Well, that was easy. I should have done that a long time ago, huh? Okay, so the crusher, that's the crusher, right? Crusher, enricher, smelter. I don't know what this is all about. If you guys know what this bar is for, please let me know, because it means, really means nothing. Nothing to me. So we still have all our upgrades, that's good. The output has been reset. Okay, so we're going to auto eject. The top is going to be, what, red? And the left is blue on this one. And then this one red on, no, it's red on the right, my bad. Red on the right, blue on the left. Better turn eject on. I also want to make some of those tubes that transfer items. I forget what they're called. We're going to have to look that one up. Okay, so that should all go from right to left. Now let's grab some more ores and we'll do them 3 at a time. So what I'll probably do, this is my idea, it's the easiest thing. See, I can do tin, silver, lead. We'll save the ferrous. Osmium, of course. I think that's it for now. I do need to drop this in the pulverizer while we're over here. What I was considering was making another ender chest, putting it where this strong box is, and just exporting all the ores to the ender chest and then letting the item duct pull them out. So if the sort is on, it'll automatically distribute. If it's off, it won't. So let's just put all of these in here. And watch, now I'm going to run out of oxygen. So I'll probably leave the sorting off on this one, and I'll leave it. I may leave it on the rest of them. No, I'll just leave it off. This is so they all go through at the same time. Oops. There we go. I got redstone. Have I got other ingots? Oh, I did it backward, didn't I? It's red on the right, blue on the top. There we go. So this is a much faster way to process ores. I should probably look and see what it costs to upgrade these and just go ahead and upgrade them again. Let's right click one of those. All it takes is diamond dust. That's really not that bad since we do, you know, have a crusher. And that one, I think it has 5 slots. And I guess I ran out of power because none of the buffers filled up all the way. What did I do with my energy cells? We'll put an energy cell on there. Maybe. What did I do with them? It's down at the mob farm. Yep, there's one. I always do that. By the way, this sword, it'll one-shot all the mobs if they're not wearing armor. Pow. And I still got 2 modifiers left on it. I think I could probably make it sharper. What do I got on there? I've got looting on it and all the quartz. So I should have filled these all up before I did this, but what are you gonna do? It happens. So once these buffers fill, they should no longer be an issue. I just put these 3 machines down at one time, and then I put ores in them before the buffers could fill. So I believe that was the problem. Once they fill, I should be able to take down that energy cell and It'll be fine. So what I want to do right now, I want to do something fun. I want to get a bunch of ores. I want to get the filler. I want to do this fun thing. We're going to need landmarks. We're going to need an angel block. I'll grab all of them. I guess I don't have any redstone torches. No big deal. And we're going to need an energy cell. I'll just grab that one. So what I want to do is I want to grab all the coal and lapis and diamond and emerald. All that stuff. Nether quartz is another one. I don't really care about whatever that is. And I'm going to have to come back because I can't carry it all at once. So what I want to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is how I do these ores, and at some point I'm sure I'll just process them, but right now, since I'm still kind of in my infancy, I guess you could say, even though we're making 20,000 RF or something ridiculous like that. I want to keep as many diamonds and emeralds and stuff like that as possible. So here's what I like to do. I like to do this, and I normally do it in a 3x3, but this is actually probably better. Put that down. We're going to need a piece of conduit or one of those other cables or something. We're going to leave it on fill. We're going to put all these in there. And I normally wear a miner's backpack or something because with fortune you get so much. I haven't put fortune on that one yet, so I have to get out my other hammer, which should work just fine. So let's get one piece of conduit. Since the filler takes MJ, you cannot just put an energy cell next to it. See, everything finished. So now, next time I put, 7 stacks of ore in there, they should all just run right through since we don't have the buffers to worry about anymore. While I'm in here, let's get the rest of the ores we're going to need. We'll go ahead and do all the Certus. There's a lot of Certus. I think you get that from the cyan one. There's a lot of it. And not going to worry about the apatite. Another lapis will work. Okay. One more thing. Where's my miner's backpack? That's very important because your inventory fills up so fast that it really helps to have extra. Alright, so we got that. It's gonna build us a tower. And I'll go ahead and throw some Certus in there while it's doing its thing. Hopefully I only have to do this once. I did the 3x3 before, and I had to refill the filler more than once. Alright, so that worked just fine. If we back up and take a look at this thing, I'm going to make a screenshot because I'll probably use it for the video thumbnail. Actually, let's get more of the island in it. There we go, beautiful. So now I basically just mine it. There is a way to do this with autonomous activators, which I may or may not bother to set up. Let's turn off hover. And then you just do this. And this is the slow hammer. I haven't put fortune on the other one yet. when I do that, I'll use that one instead. But like I said, you could set up something with autonomous activators where one of them places the ore and then you put a fortune pick in another one that breaks the ore, and then either a vacuum hopper or something of the sort to pick it all up. Look at all this stuff on the ground. What do we get? Stack and a half or so of diamonds. And that was only a quarter of it. So yeah, that's how I like to do that. I think it's I think it's kind of fun actually. So I'm going to look into the whole factory thing. I'm going to figure out where to put AE. I got to make some 64K disc, 64K discs, and I've already made the other drive. So I'll figure out, somebody somewhere made a computer craft program that will actually throttle your reactor based on your energy needs. I may check that out. I may actually just see how much RF I need and throttle it on my own, and then set up a NOR latch to turn it on and off when the buffer's full. I don't know. But I'm going to figure that out. I'll probably go ahead and set this up, and then wherever it's going to be, and I may actually move this somewhere else. I'm not really sure about that. But if I do anything new, I will do it in the episode. I'm going to read up about it, the salination or desalination thing also. I know it needs advanced solar panels, and it's a whole nother ball of yarn. So that'll do it for this episode, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them down below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.